Looks clear to me. Hey everybody, my name's Trevor here with Range Day, and today we have another video. We're going to be talking about some products by the Hexmag company. They are primarily a magazine manufacturer, but they also make a couple other products such as this grip and some other stuff that I'm going to talk about. And I really like the products because it is a fact that hexagons are the coolest shape. If you didn't know, that's factual. And I have a couple of their products. I just want to talk about them and see how they've been so far. So let's get into it. Now, first and foremost, as is the name, Hexmag is a magazine manufacturer for AR mags of a couple different calibers. They have 223 and 556, of course, 300 blackout, and a couple others that I can't remember off the top of my head. Now, of course, my AR is in 556, so I can get 223 size, and these are a couple 30 rounders that I have from them, loaded and not, and I've had them for about 300 or 400 rounds worth so far, and I haven't had a single problem with them, and I just like to kind of talk about them. When I was first going to build my AR here, I was looking at the magazines, of course, and the Magpul P-Mag is sort of the market leader. It's pretty well known and sort of people's go-to when they go for AR magazines, but I kind of want to look for something different. And of course, I do like hexagons quite a bit, so I just kind of Googled to see if you could get hexagonal magazines. And lo and behold, here's the brand, so I jumped all over it. These are about $8.99. I got them from Big Daddy Unlimited online, so they're pretty on par in terms of price. You see them, you know, 10, 12 bucks elsewhere compared to the P-Mags, and as far as I'm concerned, they work just as well. It is primarily a polymer magazine. There's just the steel spring inside. There's no steel in the lips, but you got orange followers. Then you also have a little orange hexagon here on the bottom, and this is part of one of Hexmag's, they call it their ammo identification system. So when you have them loaded up here, mine's just with 223, you can't really see what the color of the follower is, but instead you can always see the base plate here. And that's how Hexmags will let you sort of identify which calibers in a given magazine if you tend to shoot a bunch of 223, 556, and 300 blackout. You don't have to write on your magazines or anything. You can just look at them real quick and you know orange means 223, and then they also have green, red, and yellow that you can also choose between. So it lets you kind of organize your magazines a little bit more, and you're a little bit quicker at picking up, okay, I'm shooting 300 blackout today, so I need my green ones. I think it's a cool feature. I don't fully take advantage of it because I just have 223 right now, but it is kind of a cool feature to mention. In other notes, these magazines I have are the Series 2, and if you're going to get some of these, it is important to go for that Series 2. I can show you where it says it up there, but when Hexmag first came out with their version 1 or their Series 1 of their magazine, some people would have complaints that with this little latch right here wouldn't fully engage in your lower receiver. And it either wouldn't seat properly or it would seat loosely, so you could kind of shake your weapon and the magazine would fall out. This has since been remedied in the Series 2, as you can see here. It seats in there properly. You can jiggle around, it's not coming out. And then they also drop freely. So that problem has since been fixed, so there's no need to worry about it with the Series 2. But sometimes people are still selling the old Series 1, so got to keep an eye out and pay attention to what you're buying. And again, like the P-Mags, they're around 10, 12 bucks, a little less if you get them on Big Daddy Unlimited. So you can scoop them up, and they're pretty cheap right now. And I just think it could be a worthwhile brand to watch for. I don't feel like it's quite as well known as the Magpul mags. And in today's craziness where everybody's hoarding guns and ammo, magazines are surely on the list of what's up next. And I feel like this brand might be one of the last ones to go if you can keep an eye out for it. But it could already be too late by the time this video hits YouTube, so we'll see. But aside from just magazines, they also offer a couple other different products, including grips, rail covers, grip tape, which you see on here, and you can get that for Picatinny or M-Lock. Now on these magazines, see I have on all of them, I got the grip tape. I kind of just got it for aesthetic purposes. You can get one sheet of these little hexagons, and you probably get about 50 of them on a sheet. It's like $5. If you're really worried about having more grip on the magazines, definitely pick it up, because it is a, you know, kind of that sandpapery, gritty material, and it does improve the grip. But these already have a pretty good grip on them already, just due to the natural pattern. They have some ridges on the front and the back, and the actual nature of the hexagonal shape, which is the coolest, is pretty good for a grip as well. So I don't think you really need them, but I just got them for aesthetic purposes. Moving on to some of their other products, they also have AR grips right here. This was pretty cheap. I think it was 20 bucks or something like that off Big Daddy Unlimited. And I just kind of wanted to try it out because, you know, I love hexagons, so I'm a sucker for it. I mean, that's just the plain truth. And my only complaint about it really is that the color is kind of, it's not the blackest black you could have compared to like this Magpul grip here or something like that. It kind of looks off compared to the other colors on here, but that's, you know, that's just me being nitpicky. It's not a real big deal. It is like a rubbery grip, whereas the Magpul, this is the MOE version, is really just that, you know, that hard abrasive plastic. This is more of a rubbery texture to it, and it has some little finger grooves in here, kind of like your old school Glocks. And the palm section kind of swells out a bit more on the Hexmag one, whereas in contrasting to the Magpul one, it's just pretty much straight across. The angle as far as grip goes is identical. I've been trying them back and forth to see which one I like better. Can't really tell a difference in terms of the grip angle, but I'm kind of leaning towards the Hexmag's one because it does feel my hand a little bit better, because the back half of it does have that small little swell. Although in terms of color, you got to give it to the Magpul one. It's a better looking grip, I'll say, in terms of color. But there's also slots on here for the grip tape, so if you want even more grip on your stuff, they can facilitate that. Also looks pretty cool, which is important. And then the last product that I have on my build here that I want to talk about was just rail covers. These are pretty simple. They sell them for, you can get 2, 3, or 4 lengths for M-LOK. I just got a bunch of the 4 strips. I think you get a 4-pack, so it fits pretty well for any of your rails. And, you know, there's just a good rubber feeling on here with the little Hexmag logo. More hexagons equals more accuracy. Look it up. And they are adjustable, so you can, there's one for 4 slots, and then if you take these off, they're kind of a bear to get in, so I'm not going to do that. But there's like a little like thin spot in between each one, so they're pretty easy to cut to length if you want to put like a new accessory on here, like I have my grip, and make room for it. Again, not a super big or important modification there. It's inexpensive, and if you're looking for rail covers, they do have a cool option. And if you want to go full Hexmag like I did, it complements everything pretty well. One of the other products that they offer that I don't have, just because I didn't quite, I don't know, something about the look of it I didn't really like, is they have another grip that has like an adjustable grip angle. So the whole thing, instead of this rubbery material, looks more like plastic, I guess. And this joint right here where it meets the receiver and then the actual grip is sort of articulated, so you can snap it into like 3 or 4 different positions to make it more of a steeper angle, and probably out back to here, maybe one more. I know a lot of people these days are into more of a vertical grip angle. I'm kind of leaning towards that way myself, but this angle works pretty well. But if you wanted to sort of experiment with grip angle, that could be a possible product for you, I suppose. I kind of shied away from it. It just kind of looked cheap, honestly. I mean, it was just some like shiny, cheap looking plastic and a little articulated joint here that looked, I don't know, it just looked weak, and I just didn't pick it up. It was about $5-10 bucks cheaper than this one, but if that's something that interests you, you could also check that out. But overall, I've got their magazines. I've shot probably 300 or 400 rounds through them. Never had a feeding issue or anything like that. They drop free and they seat fine, so definitely would recommend these if you're looking for something other than PMags. You'll look extra cool with the hexagons. And if you want more grip, there's the grip tape for it. They have a good grip as well for your actual pistol grip here, and they also offer rail covers and a couple other things. So I would recommend these, especially if you shoot multiple calibers, because then you got their quick ammo identification system. But other than that, there's not a whole lot to say. I've liked them so far, and I'll probably be buying more in the future. So that looks like it's going to be it for the video today, guys, here on the various products from Hexmag. If you liked the video, feel free to leave a like below. And if you have any questions about stuff I've talked about, be sure to leave a comment and we will get back to you. And as always, thank you for coming to check out the channel, where every day is range day. Thank you for watching.
It does, man. You get real toasty. Seriously.
I got like